I get very emotional.
Hey guys, phones on vibrate and vibrators on silent. That's a good one. That's a good one. Thank you.
That's funny.
Retailers rang up their strongest holiday sales since 2011, but now they have to figure out what to do with the $90 billion in returns.
Is that real?
Like people returning items.
Worth $90 billion?
Yeah, $90 billion in returns.
Damn, and Boleyn was returning a toaster.
So why'd you return a toaster?
No, I'm just kidding. She was not.
I don't even think you have a toaster.
Do we not? I don't think so either. Hey, no, I don't have a toaster.
Hold on, did I hit record? Corey, can you come see if I hit record on the camera?
Corey,
Watch out for the light.
Corey, I'm like
Red
that.
dot. Recording, REC on the bottom left.
And it's big. It's red. Like
Great, perfect.
Okay. Damn, like you both. Should I get started? Should I get this started? Do you?
I don't know. You're the one with sunglasses.
Let me
on.
ask
Go
you
ahead.
this. What day is it today?
Today is the 16th, I think. Yeah, 16th.
All right. Well, people, let me just give you a little warning. Today's February. Today's February, huh? Yeah.
Today is February 16th.
Okay, so today's February 16th of 2018. There was not a lot of car news out.
No, everybody's holding back.
To my right, I got Farghini. To my
said
left, I
Pedro.
got Buddy. That's right, absolutely.
What's called
I'm
Farghini.
Alejandro, and I'm wearing sunglasses because I'm going to make this really challenging, yo. Hit it, Pedro. Nope. We're going to talk about cars here, right?
I don't know
Okay,
what's
listen,
going
I am
on.
so sorry. Let me get back to everything that I was getting at. We're doing this podcast where we talk about cars and all the current car news, right? Yeah. That's what we normally do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, car news were so damn slow this week that I had to get lit so that I can make this challenging for me. Now, I am as lit as he gets, and I'd like for you, buddy, to help me out.
Okay,
and get me out of this hole.
Okay,
Somebody help me.
Okay,
And
so
for those listening, by the way, I just came up with this. If you're listening to the podcast, if you're watching on YouTube, just know that you can download our podcast. We're going to attach the link to the description down below so that you can listen to our podcast.
We're not going to
online.
really attach it. We'll just paste it.
That's right.
Down below.
Yeah. Or something like that. What's going on today?
So there's not a lot of car news.
We just came, by the way, we had an interesting day. We just came back from getting a car from Honey at Galpin again. So another Raptor, and they're out of Raptors.
They're out of Raptors.
That was the last
They're out of
Raptors.
They're officially out of Raptors for 2 months.
I got some good news, though. I'm getting a dad Raptor.
Oh, we know.
I'm getting a dad
We're
Raptor.
actually really excited.
I'm getting a dad Raptor.
What you're building is going to be epic. You don't want to say what it is,
Yeah,
right?
you made
Okay. I'll
Let's
hold
put
back.
it on the
I'll
vlog.
I'll hold
Yeah.
back.
Do
Dad
not.
Raptor.
Do not
But
do that.
And also, we already trademarked that name, so go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I just want to apologize to everyone. I really need these to not distract you. Trust me on this one.
Yeah, it's a Casey Neistat thing.
Yeah. But without talent. Go on.
Okay, so because there's not much car news, everyone's holding back because Geneva's coming up. They're all keeping their stuff. I mean, we're starting to see little things leak here and there. I mean, the Supra is leaking, the GT3 RS is leaking.
I'm sure
already-
Ferrari's
it's-
leaking.
they're already
I'm sure
leaking?
Ferrari's leaking.
Yeah.
These are brand new cars. They're already
No,
leaking.
they are already in that state.
What the hell's going on here?
Yeah. Hey,
The $90 trillion in return.
Toyota.
Toyota.
That's all I can say. Hashtag Toyota.
Jesus.
So instead of a lot of car talk, it's going to be a lot of us talk. So let's talk about us, yo.
Oh,
Does that work?
This is
No?
going to be deep.
No? Should I do a new?
You know what?
graphic
No.
title?
This is good because we're getting warmed up for our radio show. That's going to take 3 to 4
Yes.
hours of our day, 3 times a week.
Where does that 3 to 4 hours come from?
You don't want to know.
We should probably talk about that. We didn't talk about
you
that.
don't want to know, but we'll talk
We're
about
going to
it.
create time.
Yeah, we're actually
creating time.
we're actually doing that.
Okay.
We can say how we're doing it, but we are.
Yeah, and that's trademarked as well. So
Buddy, I was about to say the same thing.
So I posted a thread on Salomondrin.com asking for podcast topic ideas, and there's a few that have come through, and I'm just going to continue pulling topics off of that as we go. So it's really
Interactive
it's
and live.
really a live podcast essentially at this point. But I've queued up a few, and the first one is my favorite of the thing because he actually put warm up as part of the topic.
Nice.
He's trying to get our attention to say, hey, this is a warm up question. So here we go. If you can name your child after a car brand or car model, what would it be? And he said, and this is KPLK12, and he said, I'm going with Velar.
That's a great name. That's a great
Excuse
name.
me, because you guys are missing out on something here. And before I even go there, guys, if you're watching me here and you're commenting on Salomondrin.com podcast topics, we're doing the podcast live right now. And we're going with live comments as we go. So we're on it as we're doing this.
So we really
Love
did
you.
make this interactive.
Wow.
See?
You want to make it really interactive?
No. What's
You
going
want to?
on? You didn't- what?
go live. And
No,
put
we're no. That's too far. That's too far. That's too far.
I love
So-
lives.
Maybe for the radio show, we could do that. That could be fun.
We're definitely going to do that. Who wants to go first on this one?
I'll go first.
You want to go? Okay. What would your son's daughter name be?
C300. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No.
If you can't see this, Alejandro literally spit water out of his mouth.
Come here, C300.
I can't, and by the way, why don't I at least do it like a C43 or whatever? Like a
I don't know. Why you didn't even go 63?
or whatever? Yeah, well, I don't know. Okay.
AMG.
I would go. That's actually a great name too. I would go with Tesla.
Tesla? Why?
That's it because I never had a.
You just like that
Yeah,
name?
that's a dope name for someone, right? Hey, come here, Tesla.
Well, you can actually talk to your car like that.
Yeah.
So you can actually summon Tesla like
Hey,
that.
Tesla, come over.
I hope your daughter listens to you as much as a Model X would.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Well, what about you?
Mine would probably. I'm assuming I would have another son because I'm 2 for 2 on boys right now.
Of course.
So I would maybe Ford.
May I tell you a story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, that would be very appropriate for your whiteness.
Yeah.
you would.
Ready for
Yeah.
this? My daughter's best friend is Ford. His name is Ford, who is Owen Wilson's son.
Wow.
And I showed her like some Ford
You're
trucks.
dropping names over here?
Yeah, I got to drop names.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
There's more to it too. She has other celebrity friends.
Go on.
And I was showing. I took her to Galpin, and she saw like a Ford truck and saw the Ford. She's starting to read now. She goes, "Dad, they put Ford's name on the truck." What? Yeah. She's like, "Why is Ford's name on the truck?"
That's incredible.
Yeah. So
that's incredible.
It's a great name.
Yeah, that's what I would go with.
I actually already did this.
What?
Yes, I'm going to go with that. I'm sorry. Tata.
That doesn't count.
Tata's-
That doesn't count.
Wait,
You
what?
you
it does
named-
count.
You named
Tata is
Tata
my daughter, my
after
baby
Pablo's
squirrel.
wife.
No, you cannot. Listen. Listen. No, it's different.
No, it's not.
It's
not.
It counts.
No, it doesn't count.
It counts.
No, do
I can
another one.
reverse,
No.
I can reverse back
I'm
this
making
shit.
you.
There's
I'm
no
making you. I'm
reversing
making
in
you
this.
do another
Tata
one. You
with
do
the-
another one.
another
You do
one.
another one.
It should be very simple. I actually thought I thought you were going to say one thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Oh, actually, no. Never mind. I did it the other way.
M3.
Senna's a good name.
Well, Senna is a real name.
yeah, I know.
But that's a dope. Like, ain't nobody got a name like that right now. Like,
Yeah.
that'd be a dope name.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess Senna.
that's a good one.
I'm gonna go with Senna.
And hopefully, by the time the Senna's on the track, it can actually do the numbers that a Senna says can
Yeah.
do.
Good.
Yeah, hey.
Portofino isn't a good
That's
name.
a horrible-
Well,
Portofino.
I want to.
Let's
listen,
talk about that. What's
Listen, if you
some
wanted
bad?
to have, let me go here. Let me go ahead and say this. If you were to have a son called Portofino, you're just dooming that kid to be a waiter for the rest of his life, right?
Portofino.
Because Portofino is like the perfect waiter name.
Either that or a cobbler.
Like, do you like Portofino?
Or they can turn out to be have one of the greatest wines in the world.
No, Portofino is like a mushroom too.
Oh, okay. Portofino.
Oh no, it's Portobello, but it's the same thing.
yeah.
But it's close.
Yeah.
Okay, so if
What were you
if
saying about
were,
the Portofino?
no, I wasn't saying anything about Portofino. I was
Oh.
going to say if you could pick a terrible name, like
Which one would it be?
Which would it be? Portofino is a pretty bad.
Portofino's
Yeah.
horrendous.
But what else is there? I mean, Trailblazer is not a good one, but
But that's encouraging. It's like, go, Trailblazer.
Oh, that's horrible, dude. Hey, Trailblazer. He's like, oh, you let your own son pick his own name? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to be Trailblazer, Dad. He's like, no problem, kid.
Mustang.
Dart.
Oh,
good one.
man.
That's a horrible
What
one.
if Tom Brady? What if Tom Brady, for advertising reasons, had to name one of his sons Dart?
That's actually a great marketing.
It actually sounds good. Dart Brady.
Dart Brady.
Yeah. Hold on. If you put it, okay, when you put Dart as a car, that sounds horrible. But when you're like, oh, Tom Brady's son, wouldn't it be Dart Brady?
Dart Brady.
It sounds upscale.
Yeah,
it's very bougie. It's very bougie.
How the fuck did Tom Brady just do this?
Even Drew Brees, like Dart Breeze.
Dart Breeze.
Dart Breeze.
Even though that sounds like
actually
an
a great one.
infection.
Dart Breeze.
Like, look, I just have a little bit of a Dart Breeze. Still,
As she laid him down onto the pillow, there was a Dart Breeze.
there was a
that came
Dart
across.
oh my god!
Any other
loose
What-
podcast.
what's another horrible name that you would name?
A horrible name?
I'm sorry, you already picked Dart. That's my
Yeah,
bad.
Dart.
And you said Portofino? No.
No, what? I don't know what I said.
The bad name. What would be the bad name?
Now I'm panicking. I thought I said one, and I guess I really didn't.
What about-
Vulcan?
No, that sounds like he could be a villain. Like Vulcan Wyrick.
See, Vulcan would end up being really successful in life.
Yeah.
No,
He would. He would.
He'd be way more successful than Dart.
Hang on.
Way more
What about
successful.
Wyra?
Wyra?
Wyra.
Wyra.
Oh, Wyra.
Yeah,
No, that
Wyra.
sounds cool, though.
I know he
Yeah, it's
does.
like Wyra.
Wyra.
Ooh, Zonda's a cool one.
I'd love to be
a
called
girl.
Zonda.
A
Yeah.
girl named Zonda.
Zonda would be sexy. You're right. Oof.
Wow, that's like very exotic.
It's just Wyra. No one would be able to write your name. I just feel like that'd be fucking with your kid, right?
They'd be like, they put Y-R, Y.
No one would. No one would
UH.
ever.
YRUH.
Until today, I know people that like to say they're car people, and they say Wahira or shit like that. Yeah, I swear to God, it's crazy.
Urus.
Now that sounds like
But-
some disease. Like,
But in
oh, fuck,
Spanish,
I got
Urus sounds really. It sounds
Yeah.
like a
Urus?
Urus sounds great, but Urus.
Dave,
that sounds-
Dave Arusi.
The doctor's like, what is it, doc? He's like, it's Urus.
No, I got something in my Urus. Oh no, is it your Urus? It is my Urus. It does sound like a medical emergency.
Yeah, it does.
Urus
yeah,
is very that's funny. You know, one day we should take all the names and analyze them.
Yeah.
That's a radio show thing we
yeah,
could do.
Bronco would be a good one too.
Oh, dude, Brian, that's
Patriot. Patriot.
There's no Patriot.
G Patriot.
Oh, there is.
G
there is.
Patriot.
Liberty, the Jeep Liberty.
No, but see, Liberty.
Remember when the Jeep Liberty came out, and that was like the first super soft Jeep that they've ever made?
Oh yeah.
What was the effect here in the U.S.? In Mexico, it was like the cutest damn thing for old girls
here
to
was
buy.
like,
Hey, I've got the name. I've got
What?
I've got the best name. Jimmy.
What's the Jimmy?
Chevy or GMC Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yeah, the Jimmy. Hey,
Because there was the Chevy Blazer, and then there was the GMC Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy.
Hey, that's a-
Let's save this. This is a radio. This is a good
Okay.
one.
Okay,
We'll
we'll save that for the
expand on
radio
that.
show. Okay, so I'm gonna roll it into a question from Romero27, and he wants to know what the dumbest ticket we've ever gotten is.
Oh, a car ticket.
Yeah, a car ticket.
By the way, you're gonna do yours, and I'm gonna tell you another one of yours. Okay?
Dumb ticket.
Yeah. Okay.
A dumb ticket for him?
Yeah, that he
Hang
got.
on. What do you classify as a dumb ticket?
It's up to you. What you think it's a dumb ticket? It's totally up to you.
Either something that you did or something that somebody like a ticket that an officer gave you.
I'll give an example. I'll start. I have my cruise control set. I'm on my way to Vegas.
Okay.
Oh, I know this one.
I know how strict Nevada PD is. I respect Nevada PD, their highway patrol. Cruise control on the dot, everything. I'm sober, no monkey business. Everything is great. I'm just, right? I pass a patrol car. I'm like, I'm good, homie. I got insurance paid. I got a clear driver's license. I'm good. I look in the mirror. Woo! I get pulled over, and it's a female officer. And she gets all information.
I can already imagine how bad this went.
And I go, hi, why am I being pulled over? She goes, give me your license and registration. She checks it, and then it goes and comes back with a ticket and gives me a ticket. And I go, what is this ticket for? She goes, you don't have a front license plate.
Oh my!
I swear,
God.
I said, ma'am, did you really just pull me over?
I
to give me a
remember this
ticket
too.
To give me a ticket for a no. I go. What a complete waste of resources.
What?
And then she took my ID and just threw it in my face.
Farghini, was this also the same trip that you lost your wallet?
No. That was a different trip. That was
way back.
Yeah, this was before you even joined the channel. I remember seeing updates on Instagram.
That was scary. And by the way, here's the difference between me and Alejandro. By the way, this is me and Alejandro. He with authority figure like a police and stuff. He's like, I'm not fucking around. I back out. Me, I'm like, I have rights. I'm a fucking U.S. citizen.
Because you think you're white, homie.
I do the same thing. I do the same thing.
Yeah. This is where you and I
growing up
differ.
in the streets of Santa Monica.
Yeah, exactly.
You forgot how to be an immigrant.
You're right.
In the eyes of the law, is you're getting pulled over.
Yeah.
No, whatever you want. Like my hands are right here, sir. I have my wallet in my back pocket, and also my friend's brown, and there's no people behind me. Like I'll do whatever they say, dude. Whatever they fucking tell me. I ain't fucking with cops.
So that was my ticket.
I know that you're saying I have two really dumb tickets.
Okay, you have three, actually.
No. I have more than that, but
Okay.
I have one that I want to share, and then I know the one that you're going to share.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to leave it at.
Okay.
So the first one was
You can't even get.
I want to say yours was pretty dumb. Yours was dumber. This one was more like this one really pissed me off.
Okay. So which one was this one?
I had just bought a building on Melrose, and I had to pick up my friend, aka CPA, on a corner like really close by the building because he was right there. So I'm pulling over in my car on the side of the road. I see him literally stop for a second. He gets in the car. I keep going, and I had seen a parking officer behind me, and he was looking at me weird. But it was legitimately, as traffic is coming, pull over to the side, open, close the door, keep going, just like that. And like a month later, I got a parking ticket in the mail for $400 and something for parking in a bus zone.
What?
Yep. Yeah, which I didn't even park. I tried to contest. I was like, show me that I was parked right there. And the fucking piece of shit guy took a picture of me for the second that I was there.
Ah,
He really did. That is the dumbest fucking ticket ever. So if you guys see a bus, it's not a stop, like a red zone for buses. Don't stop for a fucking dime of a second.
They'll get you. They'll get you for sure.
But that was insane. Like, he legitimately had to be waiting for someone to do exactly what I did.
No, those are the big tickets. So he's like, let me see. Should I do 4 meter tickets, which are like $60 each?
Yeah.
Or should I do one big
450?
I'll wait for that one.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that bonus
Because
this
when
afternoon.
he walks in, by the way, when he walks in, right, everyone's going to be like, I got 16 meter. I got blah, blah, blah. He's going to be like, yo, bitch, I got 4 bus tickets.
Yeah. No, that's horrible. That was horrible. So he got me. And then you want to share the other one?
Yes, I do. Okay, so you were with us too. We're on our way to Palm Springs. Okay, we're on our way to Palm Springs. It's a 2-lane road. No one's on the road. No one except Alejandro and a CHP Explorer. Okay,
I remember this.
CHP Explorer's on the right lane. Alejandro's on the left lane. I go, Alejandro, there's a CHP officer there. Okay, he goes, nah, I'm good. I'm going at constant speed. Or you had some like excuse. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, look, like he knows what he's doing. I'm gonna respect. All right, and then I go, Alejandro, don't pass the cop. You're like, no, we're good. Alejandro passes it. And Alejandro goes, he doesn't have radar like from the back. Like he doesn't know like how fast I'm going. Okay. So Alejandro, in a cocky manner, passes the CHP officer. Okay. 20 seconds later, Alejandro's like, whoa, what did I do? Why am I being pulled over? Cop comes up to the car and goes, you saw me, right? Like
No,
you saw.
you know how it was exactly. Now that you're saying that, I remember. I was coming on the left lane at like 85, 90 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And the CHP guy was on the left lane.
Right lane.
No,
At
he was
first he
in
was
the
on the
left
left
lane
lane. Okay.
and moved
He
over.
was there.
Oh, okay.
And he moved over to the right.
Yeah.
So I did that, and as I strategically planned on slowing down as I was going to pass him so that I could go like 2-3 miles over the speed limit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I slammed on the brakes on his back, and you were like, what the fuck? You're going to pass him? So I was like, yeah, I'm going to pass him just a little over whatever he's going. I'm still within the limit. What I did not count on was that he had his fucking radar on.
In the back.
back.
Rear radar.
That
CHP has a rear radar.
caught me as I was coming in towards him. I didn't know they had fucking rear radars. That's
Also, Alejandro, just think of your own ego. Your road rage that we always talk about, you don't like someone passing you. You don't allow
it's
someone
not
passing.
road rage.
You don't
It's just me getting upset
I
at
know,
the world.
but the thing is though, you don't allow other people to like pass you. You think that
That's
cop?
not true.
You think
That's
that
not
cop is
true.
gonna?
And it's in a murdered out Rolls Royce that you
Yeah.
can't even see through the tent.
But the best part is we got a dope picture with the officer.
we did.
We did.
We did get a dope
We
picture.
really did.
And did you take care?
Officers- yeah,
did you
officers
take care
are
of that
really
ticket?
cool.
You took care of that ticket, right?
I want to think so. I want to think
Somebody
so.
did.
Somebody in here did.
yeah.
Which I appreciate.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
what's the rule? What did you learn? What did we learn?
Oh, don't even approach from behind the CHP over the speed limit.
Just very simple. Do not pass a CHP officer
Never.
on the
No,
highway.
never.
No.
Never. Period. Fuck that. I'm out. What about you?
So my dumbest ticket isn't because of like just the circumstances. It's actually because of my own stupidity. When I was
mostly our case. Right?
Yeah, when I was 17, I had my Ford Explorer, baby blue, 1991. I wish I could go back and get that car again. There's so many great memories. I miss it. But I pulled into a Walmart parking lot. It was around 11 o'clock. I needed to be home by midnight. Me and my buddies, we were like big on Jackass and the whole prank.
You didn't have DVRs.
course.
You didn't have DVRs or over the.
No. You had to sit down and watch it on MTV. But we were big fans, and so me and a buddy of mine, and I think it was also my little brother, we pulled into the Walmart parking lot. There was nobody there, and I parked my car into those cart corrals, like where you push the carts into and it like corrals it into the parking lot. I pulled my Explorer into the cart corral and I started driving around the parking lot with the cart corral around the car. And there's a cop sitting in the parking lot, like on the other side.
Get the fuck out of here.
And so I got a disturbing the peace and like.
How much is a ticket like that?
I don't even remember.
Was that? It's not a misdemeanor, right? It's just a moving violation.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
Yeah. My dad took care of it. It was, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was the benefits of a small town. Like,
yeah, of
people
course.
take care of you.
Wait,
Like,
when you say take care of it, like talk to some people.
Talk to some people,
got
yeah,
it.
yeah, took care of it like
Unfortunately, we can't talk to any.
No.
people.
But,
The only people
but-
who can talk are lawyers when in jail.
But my dad still like beat my ass. So it was like,
Of course.
because that was
So-
that was the thing.
yeah.
Good.
So that's
So yeah,
that's
they'll
it.
talk with you too.
Yeah.
Great podcast,
Little
everyone.
talk.
All right. Good night.
All right.
What's next?
So the next topic is from 380 SI or SL. I don't know if it's a lowercase L or a capital
380 SL.
I.
It's 380 SL.
It is
Old school
380
Mercedes.
SL. Okay.
One of the shittiest ones.
He's asking if you could eradicate one car from the face of the earth forever, never to be seen again, what would it be and why? Mine's easy.
Mine's easy.
Mine too.
Yeah. I think we're all gonna say the same thing.
Are we?
I think. Would you like me to
1,
go?
2, 3. PT Cruiser.
PT Cruiser.
Fucking Priuses.
Why?
What?
Why? Next time you're driving on the highway, observe Priuses.
No, they're horrendous.
If you didn't have a Prius, you would not have a Whole Foods.
Look.
What was first, the Whole Foods or the
What came-
Prius?
what came first, the
What
Prius?
came first?
Yeah, who helped who out?
Holy shit.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Who helped who?
Holy shit.
We should do a documentary on this.
And without Whole Foods, where's Amazon with grocery deliveries?
Oh, that would
Where's
be,
Amazon stock prices?
This is use the accelerator. Accelerate.
cause and effect.
they don't
Cause and
want to do
effect.
that. They don't want to do that. That's why they bought a Prius. They're thinking that it's a Tesla, but it's not.
And then they go and put it in eco mode. Like you have a Prius and then you put it in eco mode.
I
You
feel like they're
motherfucker.
hoping the car can just drive itself a little bit and just
Yeah.
be like, yeah, don't worry. But
I can't wait till those fuckers are autonomous on their own lane.
Yeah.
So
that
you
would
would
be dope.
you would rather keep PT Cruisers on Earth?
Oh yeah,
than
for
a
sure.
Prius?
PT
No.
Cruisers are dope. PT Cruisers are dope.
I don't see eye to
What?
eye with
They-
you.
they
And
took-
also, when we were talking about this topic before the podcast, Rodrigo was getting really upset that I wouldn't agree with him
About?
on his choice.
What was his choice?
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Rodrigo, what was? Oh, the Atos. Oh,
was
okay.
it?
A
Atos.
Hyundai
The Atos,
Atos?
is okay. It's a I don't know what
Hyundai?
brand it is
Hyundai?
in Mexico, but it's legitimate. It's a what?
Chevy.
Chevy makes that.
You were showing me pictures with
Wow.
Hyundai.
A Chevy.
So it,
Yeah,
Okay,
Hyundai.
Hyundai. Okay,
Confirmed.
Chevy Hyundai.
So it's like a smart car, but way shittier.
Way dumber. Way dumber.
Like I don't know how to describe that. And I don't mean just shitty.
Yeah, but
like I don't mean
that's-
shittier. Like it's just not well built at all.
But are there more of those or more PT Cruisers? Like,
No, in Mexico, or at least when we lived in Mexico, it's full of those. Like every fucking car was either a VW Bug or an Atos. Yeah, and also whenever you drove on the highway and there was high winds, there was a high risk of you. Yeah, rolling over. Yeah, there really was. So that's that type of car.
I can't stand the design of the PT Cruiser. Like
Me either.
I can't handle it.
Hang on. What type of person do you need to be to buy a PT Cruiser?
I have-
like, how do you end up with that car?
I have a different.
How?
It's a circumstances purchase. It's a circumstances purchase, not a
I agree. Most people who buy PT Cruiser, it's because of the price or this is something
because the car is so shitty and they made so many of them
Yeah.
that they can just like cut prices like crazy.
I wish we would have exploded a PT Cruiser. I
Hey,
really.
Hey, we should.
We still can.
It's never too late,
Yeah,
right?
it's never too late.
Can I
I
tell
guess-
you a dream of mine for the channel, by the way, since we kind of went off topic for a second there? We didn't go off topic, but my mind went off topic.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is he saying?
Here's my dream episode. We get one of those enclosed trailers.
Mm-hmm.
We hook it up to your Raptor. We pull the Performante into that trailer. We drive out to where we go off-roading.
Okay.
We off-road a little bit. And then we come back to Willow Springs and we take the car out and we rip it on the track. And then we can buy a PT Cruiser out there and blow it up.
What a day.
all in one day.
All in one day.
Oh wow, that's
We're going to need a big production budget
Yeah,
for this
no,
one.
No. This isn't my perfect show. This is my perfect day.
it sounds like an exhausting. By the way, it sounds like an exhausting day.
I'd be like, after the
sounds like so
off-roading,
much fun.
I'd be like, Tommy, where are the sandwiches? Oh, man. And after eating the sandwich, I'd be like, I'm so sleepy now.
Just imagine
Should we
out-
drive back home? After
imagine.
off-roading, you're not exhausted?
I'm exhausted getting to the off road.
Kinda.
Once we get there, I'm like, oh, man, that
Okay,
was a
well, how
long-ass
about
drive.
this? How about this? How about we go to the track first, rip it around the track a couple times, then we go off road.
Wait, why can't we do this over a weekend? Just ease into it.
No, I like the idea of also pulling that trailer like out to the off-road area, and you unhook it in that like park area where you eat and everything.
Wait.
And people, like most people, they have like golf carts and other things out there, but
Side
we
by
have
sides.
a Lamborghini.
Lamborghini.
Are you
Side-by-side.
are you understanding what he's saying?
Yeah, of course.
He wants the and how are you gonna
He wants
suspend the performante in midair so it doesn't go bang bang bang?
No.
No.
You would enter from that other side. You remember the
First of
last
all,
place we went off-roading?
I was enter from the other side, so you don't need to tell me.
Remember we went
Yes.
on that road, like
Correct.
that
I
first
remember
time
where that guy was doing meth.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Actually, we would just pull the trailer next to him.
Correct. So
And
right
give
where
him $10 to watch the trailer.
That's right. And give him some meth.
And then he would sell your performante and the trailer for $60.
I left him with enough meth to last him the whole time we're there.
That's why I love how your brain
always,
works.
you know, you always got to think ahead. Always got to think ahead, fellas. So yeah, we can do that one day.
Yeah,
If you-
that's my dream episode.
okay. Sounds
Or
good.
dream day. Dream day. Sorry, I keep
good.
bouncing back and forth between what I want to do.
All we need to do is talk to the Willow Springs guys in order for them to let us just go in there and have some fun.
you know,
Because-
Gaz is doing an event there like in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
On when
And Avi wants to come too.
Yeah.
does he really?
It's like a track event.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of people there,
Gas has their own track event. But what if we go off-roading on our own?
and then we do that.
Yeah.
There you go. That could be the way to do that.
Yeah. I like that.
Just don't let me forget because I will.
It's okay. I won't.
Okay.
I won't. Next question comes from Adam Speed. He's asking, knowing what you know now, and this is actually just for you, Alejandro. Knowing what you
let
know
me turn
now,
off my fucking mic.
what car would you have purchased or wouldn't have purchased?
Knowing what I know now, what car would have you purchased and not have? That's an interesting question. Not purchased would be an easier one. The Pagani. What? What's so funny about that?
I don't know, it's just funny.
I really? Yeah.
As by
Not,
the way,
not any of the Ferraris.
I
or
also would
anything?
like to point out the two pictures right there are your Pagani.
Oh, and also back here.
it's back
No.
here. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Pagani.
Listen.
Pagani,
Can I explain?
Pagani.
Can I explain to you why?
Why?
I wouldn't buy it knowing that the car that I was getting, I love what they are. Now that I understand
Yeah.
that these cars are just pure fucking art on wheels,
Okay.
I love them for that. And I have a hell of a respect for how Horatio designs cars.
They're beautiful.
No one
They
can
really
do
are. They
no
really
one
are.
can do what Horatio can do. No one. As far as like how fast it was and how great it was, like the sound system, the nav system, all of that shit, nah. It wasn't as I thought. You know, I watched a Top Gear episode where the Wire was the number one at the time, and it was the most epic, the most like hardcore. And then the more you start driving other cars, you go, oh, this is not that. I still have a fucking mirror right here for the car. I'm gonna tell Gas to install it in my Raptor. Can you imagine?
Like, is that not the most beautiful mirror
is
you've ever
gorgeous.
seen?
Oh shit! I almost broke it. Fuck,
Yeah,
sorry.
that is
I almost
gorgeous.
broke it looking into it.
Look at this.
What is may I ask what a mirror like this may cost someone?
7,500 euros.
And what can you do the conversion for me real quick?
That's like $9,000.
That's $9,000.
It's a little
Yeah.
over $9,000.
I'm pawning this.
Rodrigo,
Sorry,
what's
I'm just gonna be honest with you?
what's the conversion on 7,500 euros?
He's gonna say this. There you go.
Alejandro, may I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Let me turn this into cryptocurrency stocks.
No. I really see. I like it for the art. I love this. I rather keep this. I wanted to get rid of the little scale model, but I love that it's sitting there. It's beautiful.
May I give you a suggestion?
I don't want to.
Put this in
Yeah.
your bathroom as your mirror.
I actually love that. That if I can figure where to put
Look,
that.
look. Or the podcast mirror. Watch.
No, I don't think we need a podcast mirror.
Yeah, you did. If you want to just look at yourself or not.
No, I'm good. I'm
Actually,
good.
I would love to look at myself.
But I really like that. So the Wyra, I don't mean it in any. And also, I wouldn't have spent that much money on a car like that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It was way too expensive for. It was way too expensive for the type of car and how I wanted to use it. Not for anything else. And that's what people don't ever understand. So that's why I'm explaining it again.
Right.
It's because it was too expensive for what it did in the sense that I wanted it. It's priced properly according to what people use it and like it for now.
Yeah.
Like I understand that.
Yeah, the design of it is stunning. By the way,
Right?
that what I would convert that into, I would take the mirror out of it and I would put a light in it and make it a lamp.
May I add to that also?
Yeah.
I would take the mirror out and make this a bowl of keys. Game over. Good night. Game over.
But how are we
going to make it stand up? Yeah.
We can
Guys-
add something at the
Guys,
bottom.
I'm sure there's technology that gas can help us with that would have a base
Yeah.
on the bottom. I'm just, I mean,
You're right.
We'll figure that
You're
out.
absolutely
I like
right.
this
So,
idea.
and then are you going to give away the original one to a pro member?
No. Oh, the mirror?
No.
The
current
original
one.
bowl of keys.
Oh man. Oh.
Or is
That's
it,
actually a
is it,
great
is it
idea.
an expensive one?
Hey, let us know in the comments down
let me
below.
ask Belen.
Let us know in the
Wait, hold on. Depending on how expensive it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
Would you
expensive
be
or not.
interested in the bowl of keys, obviously without the keys in it, as a giveaway?
Look, I'd give away. I don't give a shit like about that, but
Yeah.
if Belen likes it and she bought it for a certain reason, it's going to be a hard pitch to get rid of it.
She's not going to be happy about that sitting on her.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm going to talk to her and see what we can do.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I like. Well, there's
That
still
was
another
scary.
part of that
And
question.
then what's a car that now knowing?
What would you have purchased?
Oh, a P1.
P1.
The
Yeah.
P1.
Yeah.
That's the one that I just.
I
that was
agree.
the easiest one for me to see, and I knew it. But even then, I just didn't listen to my like.
And that
here you
was a
go.
little easier
And
to
here
get
you
your
go.
hands on, too.
At the same time that the Wyra, that I ordered the Wyra, the P1 was available, and I could have gotten one at sticker. And like the most expensive I got one offered was a 250 over.
Oh.
And I just passed on that car. But you see the difference between the $2 million that you're spending on the Wyra and the $2 million that you're
course.
spending on the P1.
Of course.
That's why I'm saying at $2 million for the Wyra, that is my biggest regret of a purchase. But I don't mean it like, oh, it's the worst piece of shit. I mean, the Ferrari, the 430 that I had I had love eyes for that fucking car, but it was a piece of shit, dude. The gears wouldn't. If anyone's driven a 430, you can say that I'm not lying. You can switch gears every now and then. Your gearbox doesn't want to cooperate with you. The
Mine
top
doesn't
is a
either.
piece of shit. The clutch just burns when you have it in an uphill for a little bit. Like it's got a lot of problems. That was not a solid car.
Yeah.
But it was more of a, oh, that's what I wanted. It was right what I expected it to be. So it was easier for me to take that hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you're just talking about quality, the 430 would be the worst piece of shit ever.
Why don't you just wait for the P2? No?
You know why? Because McLaren is like, ooh, with the P3s.
The P1 though, man, like that's a car that
I would have enjoyed the shit out of. I
like
love.
still like if down the road there's ever an opportunity in my life to acquire a car of that magnitude, I don't ever see that happening, but I hope.
You never know,
I
homie.
hope to.
Yeah.
A P1 would be it. I think that's the sexiest car.
I know.
Yeah. Next
Hey,
question.
thanks for the fucking question. Now I'm all sad.
Next question is from D. Martian, and he's asking, is there even a need for a mid-engine Corvette if McLaren owns the budget supercar market? Which I don't think that actually exists.
McLaren owns the budget supercar market?
Yeah,
How?
because they have the lowest price supercar as in the 570S. I'm assuming that's what he means and saying that the 570S is a budget car, but
No.
I would say at 220, 230, that's not a budget.
No. I
Yeah.
think the only budget car in the supercar race is the Portofino, which is bullshit, right? Because it's not really a supercar. It's a Maserati.
not,
It's a
but-
glorified
yeah,
Maserati.
but because it's a Ferrari, like they held that as a supercar. It's
That's
definitely
not.
It's definitely
That's
not. It's
just a sports car.
Sports car. Like
Yeah.
I would put a GT3 RS over the Portofino if you're talking about it being a supercar.
That's not even a comparison.
yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
It's
So
not- it's
people
not.
people still call it a sports car. That's like a debate because now the GT3 RS does compete directly with supercars.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think the 3RS can be considered a supercar, and the GT3, just because of its price point, it's still a sports car.
Right.
Just based on general perception on that.
But you can't base it upon its price point. You base it upon
But
whether or not if it's a supercar or a sports car on its performance, right?
No, it's based on price point, and it's some of them it's based on what they do. Some of them it's based on, like for example, hypercars are envelope pushers, right?
Right,
So
right.
whenever you get something that's like incredibly faster than everything else, that's a hypercar. Whenever you get a supercar, and this is where it ends, it goes from an Aventador, which is a crazy fucking car, from a 570. That's a supercar.
Yeah.
I know people want to call that a sports car, but it's not. It's a supercar.
Yeah.
Anything that gets the wow factor in a car, like something that you would put in a poster or a big magazine, just think about that. That to me is a supercar.
I look at it as if it's putting out numbers. That other supercars are putting out. If you're in that
The
zone,
problem,
that's a
the problem
supercar.
is there's cheaper cars, and people don't want to include the cheaper cars into that. Like, for example, the GTR. You think the GTR is a supercar?
GTR Wendy or GTR?
No. But what do you think?
Okay. So let me ask you this: if a car is putting out numbers
Yeah.
that a supercar is putting, what's the difference?
Okay, so what's the difference between the McLaren 720S being a sports car, like a hyper fast
Yeah.
supercar?
Yeah.
That's the same example that you're
No,
giving.
no, because that's putting numbers that no one else can do. That's putting out numbers that a supercar cannot do. So it's a hypercar.
No, it's a super. It's a supercar.
It's a super hypercar, though. We talked
No,
about
it's a
that.
supercar that's hyper fast.
Okay,
That's
I'm
why. That's
officially
what I'm
confused
saying.
by that.
See,
I'm
there
officially
you go.
But where does it like?
What do you think? You got
Obviously, with a hypercar, it's like you said, it's pushing the envelope forward. It's new technology that's game changing.
Yeah, Chiron.
The supercar, I think price has a little bit to do with it, but I don't think that's a fair comparison because you can't judge a supercar based on its price. There has to be a level of performance involved with it,
I agree with you, but the problem is then would
like a
you
turbo Turbo S,
that's a sports car, homie.
right? But that could compete. That can compete with
No
a
question about it.
570S.
No question,
right?
about it.
Like,
But that's a sports car.
but you're calling it between the difference of 40 grand.
Yeah, that's basically it.
How about a super duper sports car?
Could
that be a category?
Because to me, what bothers me is someone's buying an Aventador that's $500,000 now.
Right.
That should be like a little extra from a
but hold
supercar
on, but
because
to
you're
that- no,
also
no.
considering a 570
I
supercar.
agree, but it's competing with a GT3 RS as well. And we actually compared a GT3 RS with an Aventador SV, and the difference in the pricing on those two cars.
Oh, and the 3R is destroyed too.
Yeah.
in every single way.
But the guy buying the Aventador, that's his hyper supercar. Do you understand? Not for the numbers.
No,
For the purpose that he bought it.
No.
That's his.
I get it. I totally get it.
Because he wouldn't enjoy the McLaren.
Well, the thing is, none of us are right. None of us are
of course.
wrong.
These are
here.
opinions.
Yeah,
These are opinions.
it's all relative. No one's gonna like supercar by definition, even though there are, and some people are gonna clam at us with them.
But let people tell
It
us.
is,
let
yeah.
us, tell us
to
what
me,
you
is
classify
price range based. What's a supercar compared to a sports car, and also what's a hypercar is just something that evolution wise, it's too far ahead.
So what is a Chiron?
A hypercar.
Okay. Yeah. Pushes horsepower and speed and shit. Okay. Yeah.
Like nothing else. So that's why now the Sen is going to be another. That's a hypercar.
Hopefully.
It is.
You don't know what numbers it does.
Just look at the fucking car. It is. I would
Hey.
bet everything I own.
Corey and I learned today, you can't judge someone by just looking at
Oh
them.
my god! No, these cars I can't.
But that's all.
These
but
cars
that's
I can.
But that's also like a track weapon, right? That's a track weapon. So where
the thing is,
okay,
it's street
so
legal.
okay, so what about a Dodge Viper ACR?
That's a sports car.
Ooh.
I would say that's a supercar.
It's because it's putting out numbers, homie.
I agree.
yeah.
I think that's a supercar, but it's a sports car.
Super duper sports.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand your point. I get it, and I'm with it. But
Yeah.
it's not the way it's managed and handled and viewed.
Can I go to Google on this one?
You can go to Google.
is the Dodge Viper ACR a supercar? That's what I'm gonna Google.
Try it. Let's see. Let's see what comes up. Actually, let's see what Google knows. That was a weird picture you had there of me and Hookah, and Hookah's like looking at his balls, and I'm like, what? Yeah, exactly.
Why are you
Same
guys looking at
face.
your balls?
No, his own balls. Okay, so you cannot get the answer out of Reddit. That's an idiot that posted that.
Come on.
Not an idiot, but that's a person. What's the answer?
Okay. So
What's the
top
answer?
comments are saying yes, ridiculous horsepower, limited production, high price. It's a supercar.
That's why it should be, but it's not.
He would also add impractical, flamboyant, and unconcerned with safety. So yes, supercar territory. I like these categories to make it a supercar, right? Impractical, flamboyant, unconcerned with safety. I like
It
that.
qualifies completely. Now the problem is the price.
Should we have our own wall of where we categorize cars?
I like this idea.
Oh, I like that idea.
Do you know what I mean?
Farghini. Yeah, I really like that
any
idea.
new car comes together collectively
just
as a
put it there.
community. We'll decide where it
There's
goes.
also a different category that like could fall into the mix as well as exotic.
What as many as
right?
many,
Like you have sports cars, supercar, exotic, hypercar.
No. Exotics are
Hyper, super.
any of those cars. Yeah.
So
that are
hypers,
rare.
hypers and supers would
like
be
they're
exotics.
rare super sports cars.
This is like us categorizing the website earlier. Today.
yeah.
And by the way, we don't have that many lines that I can put on the board thing. Okay, so the categories, please.
No. We'll get 3 or 4. Don't worry about it.
Okay, because I got to make. The
I
little
promise.
lines. Okay.
And I also promise you won't be able to do that.
I know Corey's gonna help me. I promise.
Yeah. You know what? I think we should start a topic on Salomondrin.com, and I would love to see your guys' responses on,
What's a car? What's a supercar?
classifying hypercar, supercar, sports car, and like start breaking that down.
Are you gonna?
Yeah.
Okay, so right now we have to dictate what these categories are if you're asking people to do that. So let's
Hypercar,
put it in right now.
supercar, sports car, and classics.
Okay. I like it.
Well, but anything old is gonna be a classic. You can't.
That's it.
But okay, so
No,
we
you
come
can have a classic supercar.
Okay, so you have to add something to the classic, like
Yeah.
classic.
Well, you don't have to, but you can just leave it as classic or because it's an older car, it immediately is going to fall into that if it's
That's
a
what I'm
classic.
saying.
Or you can leave it in, it's just an old car and then do old car category.
Okay.
There's,
Wait, but that doesn't make sense.
but there's going back
No,
to
but you're making it.
yeah. Going back to the Viper ACR, there is some people that are saying that it's hard to put it in a supercar category because it lacks a bit of fanciness.
And refinement.
Yeah, like supercars need a level of fanciness and refinement.
They're just talking about the fucking price. Can you? They are. You know what I mean? Just think about this. The guy that's buying the Ferrari, the 458, that's clearly spending more money for no other thing than let's
Cachet.
just say the cachet of that Ferrari instead of buying an ACR. You think that dude likes to be cold? Do you think that dude likes to share the title of I own a supercar with a Viper owner? Because he could have been a supercar owner with that Viper, but he was not. Do you know why? Because it's more expensive and it's got a big label behind it. Now, that explains it all. Is that clear, buddy?
Yes,
That's it.
but
that's
where I'm confused is when you add another element to it, like the Tesla Roadster. Like I would put the Tesla Roadster as a
hypercar. That's a hypercar.
For sure.
That's a hypercar
100%.
because
because
The cheapest hypercar in the world.
first car to ever do 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds.
Yep, and it'll have the luxury. It'll have all.
That's a hypercar, homie.
But I can I tell you something?
Great.
and you get to go in the carpool lane.
I don't think that it's going to have the level of refinement necessary of a hypercar or
I-
supercar.
I agree.
While
Because they continue to come out against the Model 3, the Model S, the Model X, and people are continuously like showing how off the build quality is on these. Like, yes, the technology is great.
How off is it? Because I haven't seen like how off is it.
Like the panels aren't lining up.
They're gonna
The
get there.
quality
They're
of the
gonna get there.
interiors
They're-
aren't that
By the way,
great.
I would like to tell you,
These are the first generation Teslas.
my C class. If you look at the panels,
get it.
the panels aren't. That's a Mercedes. The panels are not straight. Let's
Nah.
watch. I'll
Even
start
my
pointing.
GT didn't have the panels
We'll start
straight.
pointing out
Ray and
panels.
those guys were the ones who brought it up and like aligned
absolutely.
everything.
You're absolutely right.
Yep.
They made it better than factory.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Because they just want to spit out the cars at the
Exactly.
factory.
You're right. Yeah, exactly. And ain't nobody got time for that.
That's right.
So I guess we could also say like with the supercar and hypercars, like it has to have that level of rarity to it.
I don't
too.
think with a hypercar you can do that. If
Well,
you're
hypercar,
pushing
there's
the
a-
envelope
yeah.
with a hypercar, it's pushing the envelope. If you're doing that, you're definitely a
Right, but
hypercar.
most of them that are pushing the envelope, no matter what, I would say 99% of the time, I can't even think of that 0.1% that doesn't have a level of rarity to it that is a hypercar. Right? I mean, there's rarity.
Well,
to-
yeah, because listen, before, and in this industry has had this problem for a while, was not manufacturers trying to bring value to the table. They were just trying to bring cachet to the table, right? Do you agree on that?
Okay.
And now you have a lot of people trying to bring a lot of value to the table, and that's what you're getting. This is why you're seeing hypercars become cheaper now. And actually, the hypercar market will be affected by this 100%.
Yeah.
Because if I can go spend the $250,000 on a Tesla Roadster, right?
And destroy everyone.
And just sit in my fucking car, no problem, let it drive itself. And then when I'm ready and there's a motherfucker next to me, I'm there to crush him. That's appealing as fuck. That's really, really appealing. So
Yeah.
I don't need the big dick play where I'm getting a weird, rare car for no reason. I don't. Unless I have too much money and don't really but I wouldn't drive them either because it's not enjoyable to drive those dick cars.
It's stressful.
It's not only stressful. It's not the greatest experience either because they're smaller companies. They're rare
I see
ones.
what you mean.
You know what I mean? They're not better just because they're rarer.
I understand, but I'm just saying, like the ones that are pushing the envelope forward are the ones that tend to be rarer. Like a 918 is limited production.
Until
Plant
now,
P1, limited production.
Until now, yeah, you're right. But who's changing the game completely? Tesla. And actually, the weird thing is, we love Mate.
But that's going to be a limited production as well.
We love Mate. We love Rimac, right?
Yeah.
And they're coming out with a car, an all-electric hypercar again, which I'm sure...
Apparently it's 120 kilowatts, and I have no idea what that means.
Okay. Which will destroy anything on Earth. But I can't help myself to think, in what situation is Mate going to be with this car coming out at the same time that his car, and it's going to be $250,000. It's going to be electric. It's going to completely drive itself. Although I know Mate is going to put some crazy-ass features in there, like probably those.
And I think finishes, right? I think that's going to be the differentiator.
And obviously, he's going to drop some dope-ass finishes. But the question is, you don't think Elon by 2020 is going to have the second generation of those cars like all
because basically
sorted out? And when this car is going to come out, it's going to have the new brand build quality.
Exactly.
There's a nice chance of that, right?
Yeah, and also, so it's Remac's battery tech and Elon and Panasonic's battery tech. So you got those two battles going on also.
Well, what I'm hoping too is that at some point, Elon Musk just makes these cars delicious.
Yeah.
Because if he does, then what's the fucking point of going anywhere else?
Yeah.
The only weird thing is he's not putting gearboxes in his car with more than one gear. Matt is doing it right by adding those 3 gears that the Concept One had, and I don't know how many gears he's going to add into this one for peak torque performance every single time.
Your European guys always have a couple more gears.
They do. Yeah. But it works really nicely. So it does because the car keeps going. You remember that 918 got crushed by that car, dude? It was unreal just seeing an electric car that just kept going. What if that Model S did that? What if you just
mean
add,
the Roadster? You mean
I'm
the
sorry,
Roadster?
the Roadster.
Well, it is
did
going
that.
If
he added the 3 gears, 4 gears into it, and he just gets you peak torque.
But maybe he has a different solution for that. We don't know. We don't know.
I know we don't, but I'm saying if he does that, then what's Mate's space?
By the way, I feel bad for
It's weird.
I feel bad for Duracell. All this battery stuff, and they're not
For
even
nothing.
a player, dude.
And
They're
no
not
one
even a
called
player
them.
in this.
Yeah, for the majors.
All the battery, Jesus.
That is really fucking weird.
Fucking Duracell.
That is fucking weird. Now that you bring that up, that is really weird.
Wow, you guys never talked about the mid-engine Corvette at all.
Oh.
But yeah, by the way,
Corey
just called us out. He said we didn't even talk about the mid-engine.
Corey, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Let's go back into his low budget car thing.
And we'll finish there.
Let's go back into his low budget supercar thing.
Okay.
America has it by the balls if that Corvette is great. What other car is that cheap that can bring you that performance?
I'm hoping that this is a successful car because
Me too.
How much?
I think that they're saying that
100.
No. I think that they're saying that it could start as low as 65.
No. Get out of here.
I'm telling you.
You know what that means to me? Hold on. You know what that means to me? Shitty interior. And I was
know.
just about to say,
But do you have to admit we went and looked at those Kias?
Yes.
What about that interior?
but Alejandro, hold on. The Kias were. Let's talk about that.
I'm
the
serious.
Kia, no, hold on. The Kia interiors are nicer than Corvette interiors, and I'll
yeah.
I'll fist fight anyone who wants to. All the Corvette guys come at me.
You're absolutely right.
But the thing is, though,
The new ones,
all
the big boy Kias, though, is dope.
The Corvette needs to do one thing before it does anything else. Fix your fucking interior. Put like another $2,000 in it and charge the customer.
We don't want to see all that plastic. It really fucking
you guys
kills
have
it for us.
So they're speculating, and this comes from GM Authority, and
That sounds authoritative.
so they're coming from GM Authority, and they're speculating that a potential starting price could be as low as $65,000, but it's also saying that the price could be $95,000.
I thought
95 is in the.
That's what I heard from like back in the day.
Yeah.
That it was going to be $100,000 car.
Either way, I think an American car.
We need to step up our build quality, man.
I get that, but
Although
I feel like
Ford's
I feel
also
like it's a
good.
hard pill for Americans to swallow as a $100,000 car.
I think, and I don't mean it in a disrespectful way, but I think there's enough like blue collar plumber type people that love and cherish the Corvette, that there will be enough customers for this Corvette.
Not only that, I really think you can grow your sales like a motherfucker if you start not only looking great on the outside, not only having a great engine and a great sounding car, but if you really dump a little bit more money to the interior and get the high-end guys to go, you know what? That fucking Vet's a fucking deal, man.
Yeah.
Rather than when we get in those cars, we look at it as like, if I can afford the nice car, I'm going to buy the nice car to avoid having this.
Yep.
You know, even if you bring the value in the engine and the sound, it's not the same driving, even though some people like to say so. I don't.
GM needs to do the navigator effect.
Yeah.
Which means looks good outside. Then you open it, you're like,
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You're telling me, come on, dude,
You need
charge
that.
another $5,000, charge another $10,000. They'll pay. They will pay.
$10,000 in an interior would be gold.
It's so frustrating.
Gold.
So
I know,
frustrating.
because you're getting those cars and you want it to be so good and you use plastic and like fake leather.
And look, I know that I know they won't do it, but it would be awesome to see them do something cool with the doors. It would be cool to see an American car do
oh,
something crazy
fuck
with the
yeah,
doors.
they should.
You know what's going to be?
They
It's going to
should.
open wider.
There's going to be more necessary shit.
yeah. It's going to open wider. It's an American car.
I was going to say, it's an American car. Yeah, you're right.
American man.
God damn.
That's all we have. That's all we have.
Time for Farghini's good news and bad news?
Yeah, that's it for today's episode, guys.
Okay, hang on a second. And let's go with Farghini's good news and bad news.
Don't snooze on the bad news.
Can I be really honest with you?
Yeah.
I don't like that song, but you can continue doing it. Okay, here
Oh,
we
you
go.
deflated me.
Okay.
What's the good news right now?
Tom Brady over here? Okay, here we go.
Darth Brady.
Deflated me.
Here we go. Listen to this. You can now be like James Bond and buy Daniel Craig's bespoke Aston Martin.
That sounds cool.
You can be like James
That
Bond.
sounds really cool. Now, what's the bad news?
Bad news. Oh, come on, guys. Let's be realistic. You're not going to look anything like Daniel Craig or James Bond.
What if someone really bought the
You're
car
right.
thinking like, oh,
Yeah.
this is totally going to do it for my mojo?
It's not going to.
Yeah,
It's not gonna
he's
do it.
right. He's right. Hey, by the way, guys, if you've never gotten a supercar and you're like, oh my God, I really want to get a supercar in the future, get all the ladies. Not a single fucking girl wants a supercar and like even gives a fuck that
Just
you have
have
a supercar.
just have two things. Well, actually, just one thing: a red stripe, like a red accent.
Or pickup trucks.
Yes.
Truck.
Yeah,
Yes.
pickup trucks actually really work.
Yes.
Go ahead,
No, but
Farghini.
really, my telling, I've gotten.
What? So what's the good
This
news?
is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to start off with the bad news. Okay, we're
Okay.
gonna do the bad news. Okay, Jerry Seinfeld, as you all know, legendary car guy, hit with a lawsuit over his comedians and cars creation.
Oh,
That's the bad news. Good news. I now have more time to dedicate to Salomondrin.
oh!
Whoa! Take a
think-
picture. Take a picture.
I think we also broke the headphones.
Yeah, we definitely
Holy
did.
shit.
Take a picture and send that to me so I can have it for the
And
show.
video. Hold on.
No, no video. Just take a picture. Just take a picture. Hopefully this lawsuit gets solved really quickly.
Yeah, that's the bad news for us. That's the bad news for us. That's bad news for Jerry. I hope
I hope it.
they
I hope,
pull
Yeah,
through.
I hope he keeps all his
and
cars.
they can take far shot.
I'm sure that his legal team can take care of this. Okay. Some alpha news. Some alpha news.
Oh,
News.
I thought outfit.
Yeah, some alpha news. 2018 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio cost
Quattrofolio.
Quadrifoglio cost more than $80,000. Bad news.
What? That's the good news?
Oh shit! I'm sorry. That was the bad news.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you.
80 grand, by the way.
Holy shit.
Ali, he did warn us. He did warn us. He was like, guys, can I? I'm like, no, come on, power through it.
There we go.
Holy shit.
Here we go. Okay. Oh, this is a heartwarming Valentine's Day
Okay.
story that's going by. Wife wraps her face on husband's Nissan for Valentine's Day. Like a wrap. She puts her face.
Oh,
How's that
okay.
good?
No,
Yeah.
it was sweet. If you look at the picture, it's amazing. Her
Okay.
face is all over. So
So what's the bad news?
So wife wraps her face on husband's Nissan for Valentine's Day.
So what's the bad
oh,
news?
shit. Her husband then ended up wrapping himself on his wife's face.
What?
No? Okay, sorry.
Is this a very sexual joke?
Yeah, this
Like
is
a very
this is-
sexually
this is a
advanced joke?
whole- yeah,
All
this is
right.
a very advanced, like...
I think that's a good.
I thought that, and I was telling someone, I was like, I think this is going to be one of the greatest ones I've ever written.
I love that we were both staring at him.
Yeah,
Like,
I was
wow.
like, wow, that's not the reaction I was hoping for. Okay. It's a play on words. I'm trying to do a play on
I'm
words.
going to tell you this. That was a great way to end this because there's no way of coming
Yeah,
back
I'm sorry.
to that. Thank you very much. to
Hey,
everyone.
you got to try. You got to push forward.
Thank you to everyone that listened to us, everyone that goes on Salomondrin.com and just give us all of these ideas and suggestions so we can talk about them here on the show. To my left, I got Buddy. To my right, I got Farshad. I'm Alejandro, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. Have a good night.
Stomach hurts.